Alright, goddammit. We live from the motherfucking man cave, homeboy. I finally put my fucking blindfold on. And yeah. What y'all know about that CJ2K, bro? I've been having this jersey since about 2010. Today we talking about some fantasy football. I know it's late. I know a lot of you guys done have most of your drafts and all of that. Hey, listen, man. I can't give you guys everything for free. So I intentionally put this out a little later, so now y'all get to see, man, the homeboy know what he talking about or what? Cause you done already drafted. So I'm gonna give you what I've done in my drafts. I'm gonna give you the targets, the guys that I like, and we gonna see how I live up to everybody else across the board on YouTube and all that kind of shit, the blogs, websites. Listen, man. This is not a fantasy football channel. If you're looking for one of those, log the fuck off and go find one, man. Them guys is bananas, dude. If you want a motherfucker that's hyped the fuck up on Adderall, scribbling this fucking journal and shit with his big boards on the wall, and goddamn 23 vacated targets per parameter per man, fuck all that shit. There's too many motherfucking numbers. I ain't got the time for it. I work 60 motherfucking hours a week. I got 2 toddlers. Boy, I ain't got the time for all that. So if you're looking for numbers, go find somebody else. Now that we got that out the way. I do play fantasy football. I love it. FanDuel especially, Prize Picks, the whole nine. That's my shit. I actually, fantasy football, like league, like season long shit, I kind of got like commitment issues, and sometimes I don't really finish and shit like that. But let me break it down to you, because this year's different. I done got a YouTube channel and Twitter and all that kind of shit. So you got to try to give the people, you know, if that's your goal, you got to give the people some insight. So here we go, man. Quarterbacks, let's start with that. Man, wait a second. Hold the fuck up. We ain't properly christened this motherfucking video yet. Alright, goddammit. I ain't gonna chug this one. I'm gonna savor this bitch. But I've been working in the heat all day. I'm just gonna sip it. Alright then. Quarterbacks, man. I like to fade quarterbacks. I do. There's 32 teams in the NFL. 20 of them got viable fantasy football quarterbacks, at least, with all the guys that are mobile, all these, you know, the greats, you know what I mean? They throw the ball a lot in today's league. So that's what I do. I fade them. I fade them late. I'm not taking, man. Come on, man. I'm not taking Mahomes. Dude. I was in a draft last weekend. Motherfucker took Patrick Mahomes 3rd overall. Like, I know homeboy was just MVP and shit, but and they're gonna have a good year this year too. But come on, man, come on, you fucking up the game. You fucking it up. The amount of the point differential between, you know, the running backs and the wide receivers you're gonna get in the first, second, and third round is astronomical compared to the difference between, okay, Pat Mahomes, he gonna throw a lot of touchdowns, woo woo, blah blah. He can put up points consistently all year long, but, you know, Kirk Cousins, who's surrounded with weapons, is also going to put up points this year. I know a lot of y'all don't like him. Got them fly, keep fucking with me, man. But I'm going to edit that shit out. So the point differential is crazy. You talking about 6 points here and there, week in and week out, compared to, you know, Chris Carson and fucking Joe Mixon. You know, it's crazy. It's crazy amount of point difference. So fade the quarterbacks like me. I don't even scroll over. I don't even swipe over to the fucking quarterback tab until at least 7th round. So I'm okay with missing out on. I got 2 guys. I know Chiefs fans will be mad at me if I didn't put them at QB1. But between Mahomes and Deshaun Watson, That's the guy. Those two are the guys I can see finishing quarterback one. Their defenses suck. They're both mobile. They've got a plethora of offensive weapons. Watson is going to be running his ass off. So, outside of that, I'm looking at I'm not trying to get either one of those guys. They're going to be gone early. I'm going to be stashing all kind of shit by the time I get there. So I'm fading the fuck out of them. But I like to look at the guys that I feel are going to be having top 5, top 10 offenses. Those guys include, but are not limited to, Carson Wentz, Matt Ryan, Drew Brees, Aaron Rodgers. Okay, I would like to put I'm not shying away from Baker Mayfield at all this year. I really like him. They're going to be throwing the ball. I'd take the fuck out of him too, but I'm not looking to take a quarterback before no 8th, 9th round, man. Why? Because you can get guys like Kyler Murray, all the mobile guys and shit. Murray, Newton, Jackson, Josh Allen. I know you guys hate him, but I was shocked, man, when I seen that Dak Prescott has finished 3 fucking seasons top 10 quarterback in fantasy. But hey, rushing the ball, I guess it counts for something. But for me, the quarterbacks that I own the most consistently throughout all the mock drafts I've done over the summer, Kirk Cousins and Jimmy motherfucking Garoppolo, man. I know you guys hate them. They're overrated. They got paid a ton of money and blah blah blah. And you follow the narratives and they tell you that they're overpaid and blah blah blah. Listen, man. Kirk Cousins and Jimmy Garoppolo are both in an offensive guru system. Shanahan, Kubiak. They're both surrounded by talent. When you talk about Diggs and Thielen, probably the best wide receiver duo in the league. Irv Smith Jr., Kyle Rudolph, Dalvin Cook, Madison, just surrounded. Jimmy Garoppolo, he got a bunch of young receivers. Jalen Hurd, fucking Deebo Samuel, Donte Pettis, Kittle. I mean, man, Marquise Goodwin, Breida. I mean, the options are there. Tevin Coleman. You get what I'm saying. Minnesota got an offensive line, a revamped O-line. We'll see how that goes. I also like Carr real late, man. So I fade the fuck out of quarterbacks for that reason. And fuck that fly, man. Every single, I done took them in multiple mocks. 12th, 13th round consecutively. 12th, 13th round. And get both them motherfuckers and just have an absolutely stacked roster up until that point. So I know everybody hates them and they're unproven and blah 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 and they fold in big moments. Okay, the teams have improved and they're loaded with weapons. So I'm also taking. I got a lot of Kyler Murray going on, man. I guess I don't need 2 pencils, but I got a lot of Kyler Murray. For one, he's going to be running his little ass off. And for 2, all of his secondary is banged up or suspended for at least the first half of the season. And they're going to have to throw the ball a ton. And they're in an offensive-minded college, air raid shit. So I'm taking the fuck out of him. But that's how I see quarterback shaping up, man. Let's go ahead and turn the motherfucking running backs. Obviously, everybody you see, any mock you see, mock draft, any website, the big 4. Zeke, Kamara, Christian McCaffrey, and motherfucking Saquon Barkley. And they're all, put them how you want them. Barkley's going first. Christian McCaffrey and Kamara got a lot of the receiving PPRs and shit. By the way, I probably should have prefaced this by saying I only fuck with PPR. Because it's basically the new standard. I don't know anybody that plays standard anymore. So, but obviously, if you're picking in the top 4, you better get one of those motherfuckers right there. For me, I got a guy not a lot of you guys is talking about. I see on your websites, on your YouTube channels. I don't know why you guys are not giving Joe motherfucking Mixon More love, homie. I don't get it. Like, I don't know if, do you guys not watch college football? Or I know you guys say the Bengals suck. I understand. You don't like Andy Dalton, blah, 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 new coach, whatever. I want you to understand this. Joe Mixon is a motherfucking grown-ass man, dog. He consistently creates his own yardage. Last season, he was underutilized, okay, by Marvin Lewis. Didn't consistently use him like he should have. And, man, he led the AFC in rushing attempts, rushing yards, touchdowns. I mean, this dude was a motherfucking monster. He catches the ball, dual threat, bell cow. And listen here, man. I know Jonah Williams went down, their first round draft pick. I know that. I understand that. But fuck that, okay? Also, you know, last couple years they've been revamping that O-line. Billy Price. You know, they added Michael Jordan in the draft. You know, they took a second round blocking tight end, okay? Typically you don't take a blocking tight end that high. Of course he's got some upside, but Drew Sample, like, it was very clear to me that they want to run the football. They want to be able to run the football. They drafted Robbie Anderson and Travion Williams. They also got Giovanni Bernard. But Joe Mixon is that dude. He's a grown man. I know you probably seen this video where he was knocking out some little white girl in a bar a couple years ago. That's why he fell to the second round in the draft. That's why he was a second rounder and not a top 15 pick. But you guys are going to see this year, man. Bengals, you know, they got Zach Taylor. I don't know if I've ever even seen a picture of this motherfucker, but, you know, he come from that McVay, Shanahan shit, so, listen, he is going to be the Todd Gurley of this offense, to put it in those terms. That fucking fly, man, I'm about to fuck him up. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I guess I got to stop leaving these Corona bottles with limes laying around. But, man, Joe Mixon is a beast. I got him as RB5. I could go on for days about, you know, why, but you get the fucking point. He's the guy that I'm taking directly after the Big Four, and I'm seeing this guy go all the way at the back half of the second round. I'm not saying I'm taking him 5th overall, but I would, if I have, just for wanting to have him so bad. So we'll see how that plays out. But the other guys, so David Johnson, I'm a little nervous about that Arizona offensive line. I am. I know they're going to be throwing the ball a lot. David Johnson, he's a great catcher. I'm probably overthinking it a little bit, but that offensive line is trash, dude. It's fucking trash. It's going to give you good PPR value. Him and Le'Veon Bell, same situation, except the Jets probably got less weapons than the Cardinals do. So I'm not super high on them. If I get a break between, you know, those top 5 running backs, and it's my turn, I'm probably going to take a premium wide receiver in that first draft selection instead of taking a David Johnson or a Bell. But Nick Chubb, he's going to be feasting this year, man, at least for the first half. That O-line in Cleveland kind of concerns me a little bit, but I think with the weapons they have on the outside, the wide receivers, I don't think that teams are just going to be able to load the box and shit like that. But Nick Chubb's a grown man. Ripped off a big 92-yard run against my motherfucking Falcons, dude. Go Dogs! But James Conner, you already know, man. Pittsburgh, they feed the fuck out their running backs. I think they're gonna be running a lot this year. I don't like Conner as like a first round draft pick. To me, it's not too sexy. Like sometimes maybe I get reality and fantasy fucked up a little bit because if I don't solely believe in a player hardcore, like I don't see him as great, I might not want to take him in the first round. Maybe that's a personal problem, but I also we'll talk about another guy in that backfield I really like. But Dalvin Cook, man, listen, Listen, I'm going to tell you something about Big B. I do not draft scared. Scared money don't make no money, homie. Okay? A lot of you guys beating this injury-prone narrative over the head with a fucking hammer. Alright? Buddy blew a ACL. You guys forget, man. He, coming out of college, he's every bit the running back as a Christian McCaffrey and a Kamara. He just ain't got his chance to shine yet because he's been injured and running behind a shit offensive line. Okay? If you guys would have watched any of my other videos, you know, or follow me on Twitter, you know what I thought about that Minnesota squad last couple seasons. But Cook is super electric, dual threat. He can play in the slot. He's a matchup nightmare. The Minnesota Vikings have improved their offensive line, and they added Gary Kubiak. If you don't know who that is, man, you probably just need to log the fuck off, man. Get on Google. But so that offense is going to be churning on all cylinders, and Dalvin Cook is going to eat. Could he get injured? Sure. It's fucking football, man. People get broke the fuck in half. Get that shit pushed in, bro. Every fucking week. It could happen, sure, but Big B don't draft scared. In PPR leagues, you cannot afford to pass up Dalvin Cook if he falls to you. What the fuck's up with Todd Gurley? I don't know. Weigh your risk in your head. What you think about it? Hey, end of the second round, I'll probably snatch him up. Worst that's gonna happen is you're gonna eventually find out he ain't shit or whatever. You know, his legs fucked up, and then you'll be able to ditch him for a waiver wire pick or trade somebody. I don't know, but that introduces the next tier of running backs. Devonta Freeman. You guys act like he wasn't, between 2015 and 2016, didn't have the most fucking touchdowns, total touchdowns of anybody in the league. Period. He's been injured, yes. Fucked his knee up, yes. That's not a death knell in today's modern day NFL anyway, man. The modern science, medicine and shit, they fixing them ACLs. And MCLs and all that shit. Do not draft scared. Devonta Freeman has produced as much as almost any running back in the NFL over the last half a decade. And check my Twitter for the stats, or I'll drop them in the fucking box. But Kerryon Johnson. This man's a dual threat bell cow in a run-heavy Darrell Bevel offensive scheme. And the Detroit Lions really been bolstering that offensive line last couple of years through the draft, investing high picks. They drafted T.J. Hawkinson and Isaac Nada out of Georgia, two blocking tight ends. I mean, Hawkinson, he does it all, but two very good blocking tight ends. They want to run the football. Man, Kerryon Johnson, he's got some Alvin Kamara qualities to him, man. Might not got the best top end speed, but he's got burst. He's got burst for days. And like I said, dual threat bell cow in a run heavy Darrell Bevel scheme. If he's sitting there in the third round of your draft, and you passed him up, kill your motherfucking self, because you don't know football. Y'all act like he didn't give my 2017 Georgia Bulldogs the motherfucking business. Yeah, that Dogs team. Yeah, that Dogs team with first round, second round draft picks on it. Yeah, he gave them boys the business. And shit, that's all you need to know. Melvin Gordon, man, fuck. Looks like I'm gonna be wrong about him. If you follow this channel and shit like that, Twitter and whatnot, you know that I've maintained the ideology that Melvin Gordon was not going to be absent from any games this year. Looks like I'm gonna be wrong. Fuck it. I've been wrong before. I'm gonna be wrong again. So, but if you can get Melvin Gordon, I'm seeing him in the drafts. You know, 4th and 5th round. You might as well take him. If you know, say you've got some good wide receivers early on in the draft, you might as well snatch up Melvin Gordon. Even if he sits half a year, he has to. He can either be traded to another team, blockbuster style shit. He can sit out for trade deadlines like week 8, but he can sit out until week 10. He got to come back and play at least 6 games to acquire his 1 year of service to fulfill his NFL contract. He will be back for around half a season. So if you can get him in the 4th round, check the stats, man. He's as productive a running back as almost anybody else in the league. Only 4 fucking fumbles. He averages a fumble once every 215 touches. Some context on that. Ezekiel Elliott, he's fumbled 12 times his NFL career. Once every 85 touches. And Gordon creates his own yard behind a shitty offensive line. All behind a shittier offensive line than the Cowboys ever had. But I don't feel like I need to explain to you any further about how good he is. If you can get him at a discount, you better fucking do it. A lot of hype about Aaron Jones this year, man. I get it. He's going to be in that LaFleur, McVay, Shanahan system, and running backs typically eat. He's a good pass catcher. I know you guys might have heard Chris Collinsworth on one of the games last year, but he said, he was talking about Aaron Jones. He's like, yeah, this guy, he's really starting to emerge as one of the real superstars in the league. Pump the motherfucking brakes, man. I didn't see nothing too special about Aaron Jones. Of course, he's got the chance to prove me wrong. We're going to find out. If I went wide receiver heavy early in the draft and Aaron Jones sitting there in the 4th and I ain't got a whole lot more options, yeah, I'll take him. I'm not high on Leonard Fournette this year. I'm not sure that I guess I was coming out of college, but unless he changes his running style, man, I'm not going to hit you with the injury-prone narrative that I just laid out. But when you watch film on Leonard Fournette, he's a fucking battering ram, dude. He doesn't try to evade tacklers. Okay, that shit got him notoriety at LSU when you're going against collegiate competition. But when you're in the NFL, like, motherfuckers is big, motherfuckers is fast too, and they can tackle. So you just ain't getting away with the same old shit that you got through in college. So you need to change your running style, young man. And not to mention the top end speed isn't great. I'm not high on the Jags. Would I take a Leonard Fournette in the 4th round? Yeah, probably. But not so much. Derrick Henry, if the motherfucking Titans can stop underutilizing him, not only can they be a good team, but he can put up some real deal, legit fantasy football numbers. I mean, he's good, man. Watch some fucking film. They kept giving Dion Lewis too many touches last year. Too many carries, excuse me. I'm going to drop a stat on the fucking bar down here for you motherfuckers to read. That I stole from this very intelligent individual off of Twitter. His handle, if you're on Twitter, is @FairShakeFootball. It's my little buddy, man. I'm about to put that on the bottom, but 4th round Derrick Henry, fuck yeah, I'm taking his ass. Sony Michel too, man. Them boys didn't spend a 1st round pick on him just to leave him in a committee. Too much of a committee. Like, Patriots, when you play fantasy, man, Patriots are a lot of people like shy away from, because obviously Bill Belichick is a different breed. Him and Josh McDaniels work together. When they go out and play, they don't play their style of football. They play a style of football handcrafted to beat their opponent. So if they got to run one week, they got to run. If they got to throw the ball all over the yard, they can do that too. That's just how it is. That's how it goes. But you smoking crack if you don't think he's going to get the work share, the workload over there, the majority. But David Montgomery, I had him as my running back 1 coming out of college. His pro comparison, many would say, I didn't make this up. Other people have already said this, so I don't want to take credit for that. But Kareem Hunt, not a guy that's super fast, but he's got the agility, the tackle breaking, the playmaking, the athleticism, the hands, okay? The reason why the Bears let Jordan Howard go is because he's a one-trick pony, maybe you could say. He can catch the football. He didn't really excel at it. He doesn't have great burst, great speed, even less than Montgomery. And basically, Nagy decided, you know, when Howard was on the field, it was easy to see. When Howard was on the field, oh, they running. Yeah, they run a little inside zone, you know. When Cohen was on the field, they could get more versatile with the offense. That's the mindset on why they moved on from him. He doesn't suck. Look at his motherfucking stat. Look at his stat sheet. Pull up Wikipedia, man. Outside of all the Ezekiel Elliott's, the Bells, Devonta Freeman, and blah blah blah, you know, the David Johnsons and Camaros and shit. Outside of that, Jordan Howard is right behind Gordon as far as productivity. Only 5 fumbles. Very ball secure. But so Jordan Howard, man, might as well want to speed this up. We're like 25 minutes deep. Jordan Howard has got a significant upgrade. I know everybody wants to want to draft Miles Sanders in the 6th round. Man, fuck that. I like Miles Sanders. He's very good. He's a rookie. A fucking rookie. Okay? I really like that. I really like his NFL potential. But stop sleeping on Jordan Howard, man. Stop. The fuck is wrong with you people, man? Fuck. 850 NFL carries, only 5 fumbles. He gives you 25, 30 catches a year, right in that window. Not great. He's a true zone runner. That's what they run in Philadelphia. They got a stout-ass offensive line. They are versatile on the edge. Okay, the Philadelphia Eagles probably going to have, well, Chiefs might statistically be better, but when you talk about like efficiency and shit like that, the Eagles are going to be top 3, top 5 offense. And they're just so stacked and loaded. You're not going to know what the fuck to do when they changing out personnel, 21, 11 personnel. You know, you just ain't going to know what's going on. And what he lacks in speed, he makes up with vision and power. He's the goal line man at the very least. So, listen, you telling me the Eagles are going to just a championship caliber team. They put a 6th round pick. They used a future 6th round pick to get Jordan Howard, man. Howie Roseman's a motherfucking thug. A gangster. But anyway, man, I got him. I own Jordan Howard in 98% of my leagues. Could I be wrong? Sure, we're going to find out. Do you want to use a 6th round pick on a rookie that may or may not have the starting role? Or would you rather use a 8th round pick, 9th round pick on a steady NFL vet, a very ball secure individual? If you draft Miles Sanders, say he don't even play for most of the year, use a 6th round pick on him, and you sitting back watching Jordan Howard, a guy you could have got 2-3 rounds later, just demolish defenses week in and week out. Man, you're going to be crying in the fucking corner, big dog. Yeah, all your fucking coworkers is going to be clowning on you. You're going to lose every week. Motherfuckers going to be talking shit, taking your lunch money. Can't even show your face on the yard, man. Tragic. You don't want to be that, man. Draft Jordan Howard. That's what I'm telling you, people. If you don't take nothing else from this right here, get a great late round value pick out of Jordan Howard. You'll thank me later. And I ain't heard nobody else talk about that on this little on YouTube, Twitter, none of that. Everybody's beating the drum for Miles Sanders. Hey, don't come out here thinking you too smart, man. Probably the same motherfuckers that are saying that now probably said the same thing about Chris Carson and Rashad Penny last year. You had the guy that was the veteran, that was the simple runner. The rookie come in who's far more athletic, way better. Still has to sit behind in a championship caliber team. Come on, man. That's the comparison I see. So draft Jordan Howard. I guess that's enough of that. I'm staying away from David. I do not fucking draft, man. I'm seeing. Come on, man. I've been seeing motherfuckers, and I know they just got LaShawn McCoy, but prior to that, man, Damian Williams, a guy 27 years old, he's got 50 fucking NFL carries to his name. Motherfuckers are spending second round picks on him. Donkey of the day, man. Marlon Mack, yeah, his shit went right out the door when Andrew Luck retired. I might not draft a single fucking Colt. I damn sure ain't targeting none. I wasn't targeting any prior to that because I thought it was going to be an offense that was a sum of its parts as opposed to any one guy that really excels. Maybe Marlon Mack comes out the gates, fucking crushes my opinion and anybody else. Who knows? Chris Carson. I'm staying away from him too. I already talked about Miles Sanders, but let me talk about Carson for a minute. Rashad Penny. Okay, it's year 2 now. Year 1's over with. Rashad Penny, it's not like he got worse. He is the better running back. And I'll put the left nut, ho! I know y'all like that quote. I'll put the left nut, ho, that Rashad Penny takes over that starting gig about week 6. And shit, those are the guys motherfucking I ain't fucking with. But the mid to late round running backs that I'm trying to get, Rashad Penny, Jordan Howard, Devin Singletary. Hey, I liked him in college. He's very good receiving back. That's not all he is. He's a little small. Don't let 5'7" fool you though. 5'7", 200 pounds, 208, whatever. The guy can go. He's got excellent vision, good hands. Hey, look out. I love the big dog Hall of Famer Frank Gore. But step aside, man. Singletary, finna get in the mix. I probably ain't gonna draft Coleman this year because I've seen how that played out in Atlanta with Coleman and Freeman. Flashback. Motherfuckers don't remember. Freeman was drafted 2014. He was supposed to be the third down back. Coleman was drafted 2015 in the third round. He was going to be the feature guy. He started one game against Philadelphia. He went 20 carries, 80 yards, might have got a touchdown. He broke his fucking ribs, okay? And that was the last motherfucking time he started. Because Devonta Freeman came in that zone scheme where you got to find cutback lanes and showed the fuck out. Tevin Coleman started again when Freeman got injured. That's it. So to me, Breida, he's the better find the cutback lane. So I'm not spending high on Coleman. I'll take him. Maybe somebody will trade in the future. Maybe you can get him super late if you're playing with idiots. But I like Breida. Breida in the 9th round. I'll take that all day. He's a running back in a Kyle Shanahan system. Yes, give me all of that. 9th round, some shit like that. Probably be a 50-50 touch. 50-50 touch. But the catches, the big plays, they're both going to be flex worthy all season long. But I'm not dropping a 6th round pick on Tevin Coleman. Forgive me, Lord, for I have sinned. Flashback. Yeah, but outside of that, man, Jalen Samuels. I don't know how much college football you guys watch. I don't know if you paid attention last year. He was a rookie. James Conner went down. First of all, scratch that. Jalen Samuels, a 5th round pick, he was a hybrid player. He played tight end, running back, fullback. He was all over the field. He got good hands. Translation, okay? And he showed that in every facet last year. He's actually faster, and he got better hands than James Conner. I'm not saying he's going to take the starting role. I'm telling you that if James Conner goes down, like he did last year, not saying he's injury prone, but Jalen Samuels feels right in the mix. And I don't have my numbers on how he did, but He did very well. I think he averaged somewhere like 14, 15. Fuck it, I'll put the fucking stat on the goddamn bar on the bottom, man. But just trust the eyes, man. Trust the eyes. You need to be targeting Jalen Samuels. I can see the Pittsburgh Steelers running the ball a lot this year. And when they come down to when some of that fails and it's 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, and they need a motherfucking pass play for a first down, you got young wide receivers on the outside. To me, Big Ben has lost a little zip. I'm not a hater. I'm just using objective analysis, telling you what I see. Young receivers, Big Ben getting old. He probably gonna come out and disprove me, but Jalen Samuels, you need to be targeting him because, hey, check down city. He's good in the open field. I'm not telling you he's gonna take James Conner's job, but I'm telling you he is the unquestioned 3rd down back. He's going to be in PPR leagues flex worthy on a weekly basis. Obviously in PPR you want guys like Cohen, Duke Johnson, motherfucking James White, Phillip Lindsay, Deion Lewis. Check out Darrell Henderson. This guy reminds me of Jamal Charles, coming out of Memphis. He's a rookie. I don't know what's going on with Gurley. We talked about that. Keep your eyes on him. And then your late round shooting for the stars picks, man. The hype on Tony Pollard was crazy, man. When they talk about Zeke and all that, he was gonna miss time and shit. Tony Pollard is a good 3rd down pass catching running back who can make some plays in the open field. Sure, yes, he was never going to be the bell cow. He never was. So some of you guys might have drafted him in the 3rd, 4th round. I don't know, but man, y'all done fucked up. You done fucked up big. That's what happens when you read every fucking article on ESPN. You don't watch football, you just kind of read about it and then hope for the best. That's why you got to tune the fuck in, man. But you should be going for Pollard, later rounds. I was already accounting for this prior to Ezekiel Elliott, holdout, and all that kind of shit. When they took him in the 4th round in the draft, I said, okay, got my eyes on you, young buck. But, man, obviously, Darwin Thompson, just keep your eyes peeled, man. He plays for the Chiefs. He's a very good pass catching option. I already told you I ain't got a lot of faith in Dame Williams. Be checking him out late in the season. Somebody probably gonna draft him. He ain't gonna be doing good for a while. They'll let him go, and then pay attention, man. You start watching Chiefs games, and they checking down to him, putting him in the game more. He's one of those players that could pop. But if you're one of the guys that say, Dalvin Cook, injury prone, hey, fuck you, first of all. Secondly, Alexander Madison out of Boise State. He's a rookie. But Vikings took him in the 3rd round when they could have used more offensive line depth. And they got a plan for him. Obviously, Cook, we already talked about that, how good he is. But they took Madison in the 3rd round for a reason. They do plan on using him. He's a very solid handcuff. You can pick up in the 13th round, 14th round, real deep. So if you got a super deep league, I really only play 10-team, 12-team. But if you're super deep, I mean, I'd be trying to take Madison in a draft. But man, I need another cold beer, man. I'll be right back. Goddammit, where was we? Wide receivers, that's right. For me, it was between 2 guys. It was going to be my wide receiver 1 this whole fucking time. I'm not opposed to mixing it up a little bit, but, man, Deandre Hopkins. First of all, there are some good arguments to be made and said that he could be the best wide receiver realistically. Not fantasy, reality in the NFL. And, that's a whole nother discussion, but he's very good. I've always loved D-Hop. Deshaun Watson, man, I thanked God. I know D-Hop. I know Nuke thanked God. I thanked God when they finally drafted Deshaun Watson out there. Man, I was fucking parched. Sorry about the little beer break. Not really, but apologize for shit, but DeAndre Hopkins. Woo! Man, one thing about it, Deshaun Watson going to be running for his life. After they fix that offensive line to some degree, Tunzel on for left tackle. I think you'll be seeing some Titus Howard right tackle. The other little guy they got, small school tackle, probably be playing some guard this year, and that's how you really want to start out. But their defense is not going to be good. People are going to be lighting them up. The secondary is ass. I've been saying that prior to all these trades. You go check Twitter, go check my last YouTube video. But for that reason, the Texans are going to be in some shootouts. And love D-Hop. No reason not to take him as your first wide receiver. If you're sitting at pick number 5 and you don't want a motherfucking running back for some reason, D-Hop is the guy. Other guys, obviously, Devontae Adams, Julio Jones, Odell Beckham, Mike Evans. That's my next tier. Guys that, if the right running back wasn't there later, depending on where I was slotted, I will take the fuck out of Devontae Adams, Jones, OBJ, and Mike Evans. I see Mike Evans going all the way in late second round. Man, that is crazy. That is fucking crazy, man. His team sucks, okay? They just got Bruce Arians, the quarterback whisperer. Jameis Winston, who has improved a little. He improved down the stretch last year, statistically. Man, they are going to be throwing the ball all over the yard. They have a brand new secondary. A young secondary. We'll see how they mix all those pieces in. But god damn, man. They suck. They're going to be airing it out. Bruce Arians got one fucking goal, man. That's to find out if Jameis Winston is fixable. And so what he gonna do? They gonna be throwing the fuck out the ball. Benefactor, Mike Evans. He's the number one, the go-to, the 6'5", the animal. Yeah, they got Godwin, Howard, blah blah blah. But Evans is that dude. He's going to be seeing. I don't know what all the fantasy nerds, what they tell you on the website, how many targets per game, per target percentage up, man, he gonna be getting a bazillion targets, a bazillion. That's retard math, homie, but he gonna be getting all the action, and so those are the guys I'd take in the first round. But second round, Michael Thomas, Juju Smith-Schuster, Tyreek Hill, Antonio Brown. Listen, I'm not at all and Keenan Allen. I'll take Keenan Allen second round, no problem. Man is one of the top three route runners in the league. He's finished the last couple seasons, last 2 or 3, what was it? Right about 100 catches, 1,150 yards. Man, I'll put the fucking stat down there once I find it. But Keenan Allen, if you get him in the third round, boy, you off the chain. But I'd take him in the second round in a heartbeat. But Antonio Brown, look, don't overthink it, man. He's one of the best wide receivers in the motherfucking league. All right, he's going to an offensive guru in John Gruden. They've added a couple pieces to the O-line. Now they have a running back. They're becoming more versatile. Derek Carr is a pretty good quarterback. Hey, you pencil him in for 1,400 yards. It's going down. 100 catches, somewhere around 10 touchdowns. It's happening. Don't buy the hype. Don't buy the helmet, the frozen foot. Man, we don't talk about the fucking narrative. We don't hype up the narratives on this show. We talk about what we see, what we think. Fuck the narratives, man. None of that shit makes a fuck about actual football. Alright? The Raiders are going to be airing it out. They just paid Antonio Brown a lot of money, gave up draft compensation. Derek Carr, good quarterback. John Gruden, offensive minded. They're going to make it happen. Next fucking story. Thielen and Diggs, man. You got to get one of them. You got to do it. You got to do it. Whatever you do, you better be trying to get one of them in the third round. Because they both going to be eating. I know a lot of you guys don't like Kirk Cousins and da-da-da-da-da. But Thielen and Diggs, best wide receiver duo in the league. And they're going to eat, man. They're going to eat. Even, Minnesota wants to run the ball more. I recently seen an article, the headline. I don't read all the articles, but it said, blah, 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 Minnesota want to run the ball. No shit. Because they couldn't run the ball the last 3 fucking seasons behind that shitty offensive line. Yeah, they want to run the motherfucking ball. They gave a high second-round draft pick to get Dalvin Cook. Of course they want to run the ball. The whole Kubiak, Shanahan, McVay system is based upon being able to run the football and making passing plays off of play action look like runs. If you cannot run the fucking ball to begin with, motherfuckers do not respect your fucking play action. Woo! Get me fired up in this bitch, man. But, try to get one. They both going to be somewhere around 1,000, 1,200 yards. Both of them. Both of them bitches. I'm not going to get into who's better and all that, but coming up on that third round, boy, you better be trying to get you Brandon Cooks, a guy who's averaged 1,100 and 1,150 yards, whatever it is, and 8 touchdowns. The last 4 seasons. Last 4 seasons, that's what he's averaged. Sure, in fantasy, he's a little boom or bust, you could say. But on them weeks that he goes off, look the fuck out. Kenny Galladay, man. It was evident to me in his very first preseason game. He came from I didn't get to see him play in college, man, because he played for some small school. Fuck, man, I'm gonna have to leave it in the comment with something, but I didn't know who he was. Okay, even me, the pigskin junkie, I miss shit like that, But it was evident from his very first preseason game to me that the Lions nailed a pick, and he was very talented, and I couldn't wait to see more. He's going to be a nice part of this offense. He's the wide receiver 1. That X-receiver. That go-to guy. Problem is, he's going to be, I don't want to spend, second-round pick, maybe even a third on him, because he's going to be in that run-heavy Darrell Bevell offense, man. Matt Stafford, he can throw the hell out the football. Ain't no doubt about it. I know a lot of you guys don't like him and blah, 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 but he's a beast. Tyler Boyd, man, last year he killed it. Even with A.J. Green on or off the field, he killed it. Green going to be missing a quarter of the season. I know I just told you guys they're going to be wanting to run the ball a lot, but you best believe they're going to be throwing the ball too. Tyler Boyd, I'm taking him 4th round, no problem. Mini leagues. Tyler Lockett, he's really been, because of that offense that they run in Seattle, the super run heavy shit, which I'm hoping to see them open it up more, man. After seeing Seattle, that's why they lost in the playoffs. They lost in the playoffs against the Cowboys because every fucking drive, they only scored on drives that they threw the ball on first down. Get on Google, man. Pull it up. You'll see. On drives that they went first and second down and ran right at the strength, the teeth of the defense. 3 and out, punt. Man, they need, you just drafted Metcalf, Rashad Penny, a nice pass catching electric dude. Tyler Lockett. Man, you got to open it up more. You got to. That's what I'm hoping to see. And one thing you can count on every fucking game is at least 1 or 2 deep ball passes to Lockett. Every fucking game. Nobody throws a better deep ball in the NFL than Hustle Skilson. That's what I call him, in case y'all didn't already know. But Mike Williams, coming out of Clemson, beast, dog. That boy like a Julio Jones, man, 2.0. He's had a slow start to his career. Had a back problem. Last year came out. I wish they'd stop trying to only get him on deep balls, man, because he's obviously not as good of a route runner as the Keenan Allen. But man, he can get up underneath. You know, he can run them hooks and curls too, man. Drag routes, man. He's a beast. He's hard to bring down. Makes the high point ball. He's a red zone monster. Year 3, I've really been talking him up last couple years. Of course, I could be wrong, but year 3 sounds like the perfect opportunity for him to go ahead and just pop, and that's what I'm banking on. So I'm looking for him in the 5th round everywhere I can get him. DJ Moore is a yak monster. You need to be looking for him. To me, he's the wide receiver 1. You can buy the Curtis Samuel shit you want. I know they got articles and shit talking about it, but when I believe in players, it's easier for me to pick them. And I believe wholeheartedly in DJ Moore, having watched him in Maryland, seeing his film. Like, he consistently breaks fucking tackles. He's super explosive. You better wrap the fuck up when DJ Moore come across the field. But he's a yak monster, man. That's what you want. Ridley, goddamn, boy. My dog put up about 10 touchdowns last year. Something like that. He's going to be in a top 5 offense. Snatch him up. Cooper Kupp coming off ACL. We'll see how that goes. Probably put Woods. Who you can Kupp, Woods, Cooks. None of those guys are great wide receivers to me. And that's why in fantasy for me it's hard for me to take them type of guys, especially high, but that's where they're going. So, but I'm not necessarily targeting any of those guys for that purpose. Fuck it, man. I'm taking flyers on Gordon this year. Flash Gordon. Big Josh Gordon, man. Big, a.k.a. I'm trying to get him, man. This, I know I keep saying it, but this has finally got to be the fucking year that he gets it right. It's got to be. It's got to be. And the Patriots need him to be. He was at Big Tom Brady's house in the offseason. Probably fucking Giselle when Tom wasn't there, but that's another story. It's got to be, man. They need him. Nikhil Harry, IR, whatever. He's missing some time. No Gronk. They need something big from him. You gotta get Gordon or Edelman, because they're gonna need to throw to somebody. But some guys that I am not taking this year. Let's talk about that. T.Y. Hilton, motherfucking Amari Cooper. I don't believe in Dak. Cowboys are super run heavy. Could Amari come out here and try to get and get 1,200 yards and 10 touchdowns? Absolutely, he surely could. I ain't buying it, and I'm damn sure ain't spending no 3rd round pick on him. Fuck that. Do so if you want to. But Allen Robinson, news flash, he's not even the best wide receiver on his fucking team. We'll get more into that in a minute. He's an average wide receiver that had one hellacious year in 2015, and that put him on the map. But he's been otherwise average his entire career. Alshon Jeffrey, I'm seeing him go way too high. That Philadelphia offense is too diverse. It's too diverse for me to take that guy who's supposed to be the number 1, the X receiver, that dude, in the 5th round, 6th round. I just can't do it. I can't do it. It's too diverse. I'm staying away from him. Will he put up 14 touchdowns? I don't fucking know. Moving on. Robbie Anderson, not touching him neither. I kind of like Sam Darnold. I just don't believe in Robbie Anderson yet. He's going too high. See, the ADP's all fucked up, man. He's going too high for me to really want to snatch him up. Good deep ball guy, yeah. Super boom or bust type fantasy receiver. We'll see if he can get better this year. But guys that I own mostly across the board, wide receivers. Guys, this is where you make, you can win and lose leagues right here, man. If you didn't get a Davante Adams, a Hopkins early because you went running back, you better be looking in the 6th to 10th rounds for Christian Kirk, a guy who came up with Murray. He's good anyway, very talented. Trust the eyes, man. I ain't got the fucking numbers for you. Christian Kirk, they just gave him punt return duties too. Holla! Yes, sir. I'm snatching him up. Drum roll, please. The best wide receiver for the Chicago Bears is Anthony Miller. And it's not even close. It's not even fucking close. You guys are going to find that out this year if you didn't already know. Second rounder coming out of Memphis. This guy is a red zone nightmare. He's a route runner. He was tops in the league of, when you look at next gen stats of separating, the separating stat. And, man, he played all year last year with a bum shoulder. A bum shoulder. He still had 7 touchdowns, led his fucking team. Led the whole fucking team. And he had I'm going to put the stat on the bottom. It's an original stat. I found it, came up with it, published it, tweeted it, the whole 9. He had fuck that. Where my phone at? Let's go ahead and, if you want a super professional fucking show, you better go find something else. This motherfucker right here, he led his team, and we already talked about that, 7 touchdowns. That's the same amount as Juju Smith-Schuster. On 78 fewer receptions and 347 less snaps. Come on, man. That's killer efficiency. Killer. Okay? And just to clarify, he is not a Will Fuller, a Marquise Goodwin, a John Ross, deep ball. That is not his game. Okay? When I read that stat to you, it kind of sounds like, oh yeah, deep ball, yeah, that makes sense why he would have that. No, that's not his game. Like I said before, he is a red zone nightmare. He is a guy, he's a route running, just watch some fucking film, man. Matt Nagy is going to make it a point to get this guy the football. I expect Trubisky to be better. If you don't take Anthony Miller went undrafted in your league, you're playing with a bunch of fucking idiots. Okay? Get on the fucking waiver wire right now. Cancel this. Hit the little X right quick. Get out your fucking phone. Go to your fucking your shit and pull it up, man. If he's there, I don't give a fuck who you got. Drop him. Pick him up. That's got to be. I got the same feeling about him that I got about Howard, that I got about Joe Mixon. Hey, if there was a star behind, if those are my star picks, that's what I'm doing. Anyway, moving on. Donte Pettis, second-year guy. He was a second-round pick, San Francisco. He's in a super versatile offense. It's going to be top 10. Yes, I said it, man. Jimmy Garoppolo is going to lead a top 10 offense behind Kyle Shanahan, man. It's going down. It is going down. He was a special teams nightmare at Washington as well. I haven't read up if he's got the special team duties or whatever. Man, what? He gonna be a nice wide receiver too all year long if they give him those. Sammy Watkins, I'm seeing him super late round. I know he's always injured. This is the one guy, maybe like him and Jordan Reed, that I will beat the injury-prone narrative on. Sammy Soft Tissue Watkins, okay? He's always banged up. He's going to miss games. It's going to happen. But he's going to be on a top three offense. A very, one of the best play callers in the league. really good quarterback. He's going to make plays. He's going to make plays. He's going to have good weeks. If you can find this guy in the 8th round, he's always going to be flex worthy at the very least, man. Hopkins goes down. Devontae Adams shits the bed. Watkins ain't a terrible option. Courtland Sutton, man. Another super talented guy. Second-year guy. Was a second-round pick at a SMU. And I know he had a lot of drops last season. Hey, shit happens. Keep an eye on him. I don't know if, he might get drafted, might not. I'm looking to take him because I think he's the best wide receiver on that Broncos team. I expect them to be real run heavy, but to me, he's the best wide receiver on that team. And I expect him to produce at least like a wide receiver 3 all year long. At least in stretches. But look, everybody hates Eli Manning. They say he sucks, even though they've had a shit offensive line last several years. And one season, his whole fucking wide receiver corps shit the bed in the same game. Oh, Eli Manning, he's getting old. He sucks. He's terrible. He's the worst quarterback in the league. I ain't buying it. Let me see him this year, man. Let me see him this year. If we get about 6 weeks in, and it's still the same old shit, all right, cool. But somebody got to get the targets, regardless of if Eli Manning shits the bed and Daniel Jones got to come in. Somebody got to get the targets, man. So I'll take a Sterling Shepard super late in the draft. Hell, motherfucking yeah, I will. Kiki QT. Man, those that watch college football, you already know. He's a route runner type. Coming out of Texas Tech. I ain't got no numbers for you, but, Texans going to be throwing the ball all over the yard. Their O-line sucks. They're going to be looking for quick passes. Kiki QT, when he comes back from being a little quick trip. One little quick trip come back from injury and all that kind of shit. Just keep your eyes peeled on him, man. Keep your eyes peeled. He's going to be putting up numbers. At least in PPR. But, other guys, man, late round flyers, guys you need to be looking at, John Brown, Robert Foster of the Buffalo Bills. Fast, deep route, long ball type players. Josh Allen has a killer arm. In the 10th round beyond, you're just looking for upside. So you might as well take some shit like that. Desean Jackson, I don't know what his ADP is. I ain't really looked at it. But James Washington for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I really like him too. Not as much as Miller, but I had a first round grade on him coming out of Oklahoma State. He fell into the second round. I want to say second round. Didn't have a good year last year at all, but has looked good in the preseason. I know it's just preseason, but everything that I saw at Oklahoma State, I see now. I believe he'll be much improved. He is the deep ball type of guy. Pittsburgh needs somebody besides Juju to step up. I can see weeks where Washington puts up some good numbers. Just keep your eyes peeled, man. If he starts showing out, you better snatch him up. Antonio Callaway plays for the Browns. To me, a lot of people, anytime a fast wide receiver come out of college, they always say, "Oh man, he's Desean Jackson." That's what they said about Marquise Brown. He just got drafted to the Ravens. Fuck that. Antonio Callaway is twice as much Antonio Callaway is twice as much Desean Jackson as Marquise Brown. And I'll live and die by that. Another guy I consistently take at the end of drafts. Laugh if you want to. If you need a wide receiver and you're shooting for upside in the draft late, why not get Devontae Parker, man? He was a first-round pick in Miami. This is contract year. I don't think they picked up his 5th-year option. Don't remember. They're gonna be behind every fucking game. They're gonna have to throw the fucking ball. They start out with Ryan Fitzpatrick. Then they got to see, after he shits the bed by about week 4 when he throws 3 pick sixes in a row, they're going to have to move on to Josh Rosen to see if he can throw the football, see if he can be a franchise quarterback. So they're going to be throwing the fuck out the football. Somebody has got to get the targets. Why not Devontae Parker? I think he could be a solid flex, wide receiver 3, that kind of shit. But speed round, man. You need to be looking at Marquise Goodwin, Isabella for the Cardinals. He's a deep ball guy. I know he's a white boy, but you need to be looking out for him. He's not Julian Edelman. Stop comparing motherfuckers just because they got the same skin tone, man. It don't make any sense. He's not the route runner, get open, slotty body. No, he's the perimeter. He's an outside receiver. He tore Georgia up last year, man. He ate them alive. He's Marquise Goodwin or Brandon Cooks. He's not Julian Edelman. So if you're looking for a long ball guy in a pass-heavy offense, Andy Isabella, snatch him up. Adam Humphries for the Titans. I don't have a gang of confidence in Mariota. I do have some optimism with the weapons they've added. But just watch out for Humphries, man. He could be about something. Deebo Samuel. Let me tell you something, man. Shanahan has plans for this young man. He took him in the second pick of the second round, despite having one of the shittiest secondaries maybe of all time last year. There was great secondary draft selections that could have been made in that slot, but he chose to go with the wide receiver. And Deebo Samuel is a yak monster. Yards after catch. Breaks tackles. Explosive. Athletic. He can take a screen 100 yards. He can bulldoze you. Watch the fuck out. Traquan Smith for the Saints in his second year. Can he become something? Saints desperately need somebody to step into that wide receiver 2 role. Hey, it's got to be him. Beco Harmon plays for the Chiefs. Fast guy. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, a red zone nightmare at Stanford. Meaning, inside the red zone, he high points the football better than, maybe even better than Alshon Jeffrey, man, as a rookie. Just keep an eye on him, man. If Alshon Jeffrey goes down, you better be looking to scoop up Arcega-Whiteside. Nikhil Harry, he's missing time. Don't know how much. I really like him. To me, I've been saying he's A.J. Green 2.0 last couple seasons at Arizona State. But Patriots ain't took a first-round wide receiver in however many fucking years. But they took him. What does that tell you? A.J. Brown, also for the Titans. Man, how insane. All my college football junkies know this, man. How insane would the hype be for A.J. Brown had he got selected 3 picks earlier to the Saints or 2 picks later to the Eagles as opposed to the Titans, man? If he would have went to a team with a very good quarterback, man, the hype train would still be rolling. And deservingly so, because he's a bad motherfucker, man. Keep your eyes on him all season long. Follow the box score. Speed round, man. Gary Jennings Jr. for Seattle. To me, he's their Doug Baldwin replacement. Played at West Virginia. He's an old route runner type. That's the role he's going to be filling. Conversely, DK Metcalf. Freak. He's like a Josh Gordon type. The knock on him is that he can't run routes. Motherfucking Hustle Skilson makes routes. Okay, when he's getting nobody does it better. Okay? That deep ball connection between them two guys is going to be lethal over the next couple of seasons. So, I don't know if it's coming. Damn, my shit bleeding. I don't know if it's going to be, Oh, y'all thought I was bullshitting, huh? Yeah. But how you get an injury from recording a fucking podcast, man? Get in shape, pimp. This year, keep your fucking eyes peeled. Jakobi Meyers. I'm not one of these guys that watches preseason and camp and all that kind of shit and gets super optimistic about a little 6-second video clip on Twitter. I'm the guy who watches the fuck out of college football and wonders, how could Jakobi Meyers go undrafted, man? To me, he's a better wide receiver than Kelvin Harmon, a guy who went like 6th round to the Redskins, also played for NC State. And he is that route runner type of guy, man. Be on the motherfucking lookout for Jakobi Meyers. Try to keep your eyes peeled, man, and just see how they use them, and see if it's as consistent as an Edelman. You know, they're gonna need production from somebody. Keep your eyes peeled. Tight end. Let me hurry the fuck up, man. I'm out of beer. Fuck, gotta get up in a couple hours. Travis Kelce, best tight end in the league, hands down. To me, you know, debate your mama, okay? After that, obviously the big three, Kittle and Ertz. Pick your poison, man. To me, I fade tight end too. I fade it. I'd rather have the wide receivers than the running backs. Sure. You know, them big three can really give you an advantage. I don't give a fuck, man. I don't give a fuck. My guy, though, O.J. Howard. O.J. Howard. I told you, I don't draft scared. I don't beat the injury-prone narrative in the head. O.J. Howard is going to prove himself as a top 5 reality tight end in the NFL. Not fantasy, reality. He's that good. He's that fucking good. He's had some unfortunate circumstances, injuries. Fuck all that. I'm getting me some O.J. Howard in that Bruce Arians offense that plays opposite a shitty defense. Evan Ingram. Okay? Somebody got to get the targets. You've seen, you know, when he first, 2016, 2017, when he first went to the Giants, him and Eli had great chemistry. 6'3", 240. He's basically a fucking wide receiver anyway. You need to be looking at Evan Ingram. Somebody got to get them targets. Hunter Henry, Jared Cook, David Njoku. Some very solid guys. Going to see a lot of action. I'm trying to take... that's the tier of tight end I'm trying to get. I'm skipping the 1st, 2nd, 3rd round, 4th round. I'm trying to get an O.J. Howard in the 5th, Ingram in the 6th, Cook in the 8th, and Njoku in the 9th. Shit like that, man. Other guys that I wouldn't be pissed off if I had was... I'm not buying the McDonald hype, the Vance Mcdonald hype. I know every Steelers fan on the planet is. Outside of his one fucking killer stiff arm against Chris Conte of the Bucks last season in a Monday night game, he's been very average his whole fucking career. The hype is ridiculous. But Austin Hooper, Greg Olsen, yeah, he's old, man. Fuck you. He's still a beast. Rudolph, solid hands. Eifert, oh, but he's injury prone. Shut the fuck up. Mark Andrews. Some of you guys do not watch a lot of college football. This guy's, it's only his 2nd year. He came out of Oklahoma. Just trust me, man. He's a motherfucking beast. It kind of sucks that he's got Lamar Jackson as a quarterback. I'm hoping to see some improvements from Lamar Jackson this season. And hopefully that'll translate into Mark Andrews helping you win a fantasy championship as a 11th round tight end selection. So keep an eye on him. Other guys, I might take flyers on or just watch all fucking season. Mike Gesicki in Miami. I wanted him on my Falcons bad, man. He was at Penn State. He had a lot of Jimmy Graham comparisons. Big 6'6", 245, 250 motherfucker, man. But basketball, oh shit, my battery down. Noah Fant, TJ Hawkinson, be on the motherfucking lookout. If you guys got any questions, man, put them in the comments. Follow me on Twitter. Fucking whatever you want to do or don't. Like the video, subscribe, leave a hate comment, talk some shit, tell me I ain't shit. Do it, whatever you got, whatever you're trying to do, man. Fuck with me. But that concludes this episode. Probably should be a little bit more organized, but hey, like I said, man, fuck it. Shit, I was too busy using that CJ2K jersey as a motherfucking blindfold. I forgot I even had this bitch. Bitch cold as fuck, boy. Yeah!